Hi everyone, my name's Lily and I'm the book reviewer behind Utopia State of Mind, and as I said in my February wrap-up, I am filming this one early. I'm filming this one a day before the end of March just because I'm trying to not get into the same problem as I did in February. So that's why I'm here, I'm early, my makeup's done, I got a haircut, and I'm ready to chat about my March favorites. The first thing I want to talk about is what I did in March and also what I made in March, what I'm currently obsessed with. That's kind of the first segment of this video. In the second segment, I'll talk about books. So the first thing, what did I do in March? I had a busy month in March. I went to a few book events. You will see book vlogs if I can figure out how to edit them well. Also, I'm very bad at taking vlogs, but you'll see that a little bit later in the April month on my TikTok, and also if you want I can kind of compile them for YouTube. That has been really fun. I've been kind of enjoying that. It's been really hectic at the panels in March, so I was preparing for that for like half of the month basically, and now I'm kind of cooling down. I don't have a panel again planned until June, I think. Yeah, until June. But so it's like a temporary reprieve, but I will be jumping back into it very soon. What I made in March, I think I mentioned in February, I was almost finished with this shirt, which has a hugely long string. But anyway, it's not for me. I also haven't woven in the ends, so just, pretend that I did. But it's this shirt. I don't know if you have all kind of recognized this pattern. It's one of those relaxagon, hexagon shirts. So basically it starts off with like a hexagon at the top, and that's kind of the basic thing for it. It's kind of hard to show because this is also not for me. This is much larger than I would use, and it's also white, which I don't wear any white. But anyway, this is it. I'm doing currently a red one and a white one for myself. So I'll be able to show that hopefully in April's wrap up. I'm not done. I'm still doing a lot of fine tuning. That process has gone by a lot quicker because I know now what to do and what not to do based on that shirt. That shirt, as I said, took me 2 months to kind of figure out. So that's what I've been making. What am I currently obsessed with? So this now is a new segment I'm trying to do where I tell you what I'm currently obsessed with. Mostly because I keep asking everyone who I'm moderating panels with to tell me what they're currently obsessed with. And I realized I should also start doing that. So, what am I obsessed with currently? I am obsessed currently with toner and mascara. So basically, I didn't really use toner for a while, and I've started using toner now in the morning instead of micellar water, and I'm kind of converted. I love it so much. My favorite one is the Round Lab toner, but I have a few ones that I want to try out soon. The Round Lab is the first one that I've consistently tried and used, so I love that. If you have any recommendations, leave them down below. And secondly, mascara. I'm trying out a new one. It's the e.l.f. Lash Extender. I have very, very typical Asian short, straight lashes. So I've had an on and off love relationship with mascara for my whole entire life. And so I'm trying to experiment with this one. I have the Kill Lash from Clio Kill Lash mascara. I have that one I want to try, but it's like a lot more expensive. I have a few other ones that I'm trying to, just because I'm trying to find one that will work for me. So those are my two current obsessions. Next, I want to chat about books. There are 29 books in March. Of the 29 books, 59% of those featured characters of color as main characters, and 34% of those featured queer characters as main characters. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that that statistic is right where I want it to be, over 50%, over 33%. Like, I feel really good about this. I think this is the second month in a row like that. I fell down on audiobooks. I just have not been listening to them very much. I have been watching movies mostly now while I crochet, so I hope that April will kind of swing back into the audiobook obsession because I truly, truly love audiobooks. I'm listening right now to Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I feel very optimistic. I like it a lot better than Happy Place, but I'm going to save all of my thoughts for the series where I chat all about Emily Henry books. So of my 29 books, there were so many that were really, really fabulous, but there are a few that I really want to shout out now just because I was so stressed. I feel like when I'm really stressed, I have a really hard time enjoying and falling into a book. You know, I feel like there are so many different things that are on your mind. I have a hard time kind of being transported, being swept away, but I just want to chat about these ones. Let's just start with adult romance. The first one is This Could Be Us. This is my first Kennedy Ryan book, and it will not be my last. I am already trying to read Before I Let Go. I have a copy of that already. It was so fabulous. I loved the character dynamics so much. I just had such a fun time reading this one because character interplay, the romance elements, the friendship elements, they were just all there for me. I think I found just like another auto by author. I'll obviously let you know after I read Before I Let Go, but that's the first one. The next one is Here We Go Again, which actually I finished last night. It's my most recent finished one for this wrap up. But I read The Charm Offensive by the same author who I can't remember the name of. I think Allison something. And so I had read a few books, maybe 2 books already actually by Allison. And so this is maybe my 3rd book. This one was so good because it's like a childhood to ex-childhood friends, childhood crush, romance. But there's also like a sneaky side romance too, like a side plot romance, not like side romance. And it was just, it has a road trip, it forced proximity. There's also a subplot about the death of a loved one. So all in all, this one was really fabulous. It's also the freshest in my mind because I just finished it last night. The first one is that I read the sequel Blood Justice, which is a sequel to Blood Debts, and I loved it. This is such a fantastic series. It's like a YA contemporary fantasy series. It's well thought out. The characters in this one kind of just developed and were explored in such a fantastic way. I love kind of the way that we're chatting about power, responsibility, and when you're given too much power or too much responsibility, what you do with that. That was a huge theme in that family. Is also a huge theme. I did a panel actually with Terry, so definitely check that out in the description box below. The next one is Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I really, really loved Ace of Spades. I think I have 3 copies of Ace of Spades, and I'm waiting for my copy of Where Sleeping Girls Lie, but I loved this one. I had really high hopes because of Ace of Spades. Where Sleeping Girls Lie also has this kind of elite boarding school situation, but it also really talks about sexism. It talks about repercussions. It talks about revenge. It talks about sabotage. It talks about like toxic, just toxic dudes. Like it talks about all of those things, and it talks about friendship as well. It was just a thriller mystery-ish. It's hard to explain because it's not necessarily a thriller in the sense that I read some other thrillers in March, but there is like definitely this vibe, this atmosphere, this current of energy. It also has a mystery plot as well to it. So Where Sleeping Girls Lie was as good as I thought it was going to be. And the next one is Icarus, which has a super, super shiny cover. But Icarus is Kay Angram's most recent book. I really loved Kay Angram books. I think if you'll find some posts from me where I really say that I love The Weight of the Stars or Weight of Stars, and I really loved Icarus. It's like a subtle, insightful retelling of Icarus, which talks about pride, ambition, family, also sabotage, betrayal, and revenge, but also about friendship and vulnerability and like people that we think we can be ourselves with, and kind of those spaces that we can let ourselves bloom and develop and grow as a person. It was just so tender. The writing is beautiful. I love the retelling aspect. I love that it's also a little bit different in the fact that Icarus is not necessarily a figure we see a lot in the Greek mythology retelling canon, and also this one is just such an interesting, nuanced take on Icarus and like the undercurrents and the themes of that story, which is brought into this story. And that finishes my March wrap-up. March was an intense whirlwind. March and February kind of got smushed together for me based on how you can tell on last video and this video. I hope that April would be a little bit more relaxing, hopefully. And I will see you in that video. Please let me know down below what some of your favorite reads for March were. Also, if you have mascara and toner recommendations, please let me know down below. Okay, bye.